Hey guys, just using this video to document an issue with my 2020 F250 with the 7.3 liter engine. I started it this morning. The temperatures were in the mid 30s and the truck had been sitting for a few days in temperatures that would vary widely from around 60 degrees down to the 20s. And when I started it, the cranking was very sluggish, but it did start on the first attempt. And it ran okay. I idled it for a while with the heat on, no lights on, no radio on, just sitting there idling, and let it idle for about 10 minutes, upon which I put it in drive, let off the brake to just let the truck start rolling, and the truck immediately died. And after that, I had to repeatedly crank it a few times. It was a sluggish crank, and it eventually started. History on this truck. It's only got 4,000 miles, but I've been having a intermittent issue with the fuel pump losing its prime after the truck's been sitting for a while. It will lose the pressure in the fuel rail and cause extended crank. And I do have a new fuel pump, but unfortunately I had to leave town before it came in. The wrench icon came on. It did not let me select any drive modes, and then the check engine light came on. And pulling up some codes, I'm using Forescan. Interestingly enough, there are a few codes for the crankshaft position sensor. So P0339, that's crankshaft position sensor A, circuit intermittent. There's P033F, loss of synchronization. I'm not sure how well you can read this here. But what I think is most telling is a lost communication code for the APIM, as well as a battery voltage. This is saying voltage above threshold. But what I suspect happened is this battery is not so good on this truck. With it sitting in the cold temperatures for a while, it got weaker. And I suspect that the alternator was just not sufficiently charging this enough to send enough power to the fuel pump, and maybe that's why it cut off. Or maybe the low voltage caused the communication issue and the crankshaft position intermittent issue. So yeah, just documenting. My plan is to drive this into town. I've got to drive 12 hours today. Before I leave town, I'm gonna gas up and clear all of these codes, and then we'll just take it from there.